Headed your way in our MLB matchup. It's the Seattle Mariners against the Oakland Athletics. And we're ready to get this ball game going out at Oakland. Gary Thorne and crew with the call.
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the show. I'm Lil 5-0. This is another MLB 2K12 franchise. The first. Whew, I'm excited. Now, what I did was I wanted to wait until Yoenis Cespedes in the game before I started the franchise. He's in the game. We're starting the franchise. It's exciting. Felix Hernandez just has it out for me in opening day. It seems like we always go up against him in the opening day of every single franchise. Like the last 2 years he's been there, and it sucks butt because he's so good. Brandon McCarthy is our starting pitcher, our ace. Yeah, he's pretty good. I mean, obviously he's good at getting ground balls, so hopefully he can at least hang in there. You know, I mean, and maybe if we can keep it a one-run game, we could maybe have one of our power hitters get into one. Here's the lineup for the Seattle Mariners. Obviously, the people that I'm looking out for are Carp. He has some power. Also, Smoke. He has a lot of power. Ichiro obviously can get on base, create havoc, and conceal bases. So those are the guys I'm looking out for in this game. And this is going to be the first out of the franchise. Ground ball, Sizemore, Allen. Beautiful. 1 out in the first. Now, let's look at the defense for us. Like I said, with Yoenis Cespedes out for the next couple days because he got hurt in spring training, going to second base. Crisp is out there, as well as Seth Smith and Josh Reddick in the outfield. So, obviously, once Yoenis Cespedes comes back, he'll take over that center spot, and Crisp will move over to probably left field. So, this is going to be a second out of the first. Easy to Sizemore. So that is 2 outs, and this is actually what I really want. I want to put up a 0 first, just to get a, just to show Felix that, you know what, we got pitchers too, son. Josh Reddick is going to get here, and it's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for Brandon McCarthy, which is great because, like I said, we need those zeros because I don't think we're going to score that many runs against this guy. Okay. Our lineup. Like I said, the biggest thing, Cespedes isn't in there yet. He's hurt. Chris Carter is in there. Now, Chris Carter's a guy who doesn't have that much, not very good contact. He has a lot of power, though. And that's something that I wanted to put in there because at the end of the day, our biggest struggle is getting offense. He may be able to help us with that. Their lineup, their defensive lineup, sorry about that. Ichiro is highlighted, without a doubt. That guy is an arm, so we're going to have to look out for that. And I make myself look foolish. So that's going to end the first inning. Hernandez basically shut me down, so I just showed you guys what it looked like once. But imagine what that looked like for Jamal Weeks. And Coco Crisp, he's such a beast. Maybe just trade for that guy. So this one is hit deep, and Crisp is actually going to be able to cut this off, throw it in to the cutoff man, and that is going to hold Carp at first, which is very, very important. We do not want to give up a leadoff double. And this one is hit right to Crisp, and Crisp is going to get there and make the play. So we hold the guy up at second. So it's 1 out. Now, that guy actually was able to steal second. So it's pretty crazy. A line drive. Pennington is not able to get there. Smith does and fires it home and holds the guy at third. But with 1 out, we need a double play. We got a man out first. So we're looking for something on the ground. Here it is. Jamal Weeks. Pennington. Allen. Not in time. I know, right? Like, that should be a tailor-made double play. It does not work, though, so we still have 2 outs. A man on second, a man on third, and at first. But this is going to be a ground ball, and we get out of it. So Brandon McCarthy is able to calm down, get in touch with himself. I'll never say that again. And get us out of the inning. Second inning, no outs. Brandon Allen is going to get the first base hit of the season for the Oakland Athletics and for him. And I think that Brandon Allen is going to be huge this year. If he can produce, that's going to be enormous. He's a guy who can hit possibly, I mean, his power is like 82. So he could possibly hit like 25, 30 home runs. This one's going to be fair. So that's another hit. So we have something brewing here. Oakland, they're like, maybe we can get some. Maybe we finally figured out Felix. King Felix. We'll make him Prince Felix. 1 out. And this is actually just going to turn into a double play. There's one, and there's two. So apparently they can turn double plays, but I can't. So we get 2 outs, 2 hits, but we do not get anyone home or make any type of noise. But at least now we know that we can get hits off of King Felix. That's the most important thing. 3rd inning. Sizemore. Allen not able to get the out. Now I don't get what happened there because I guess Sizemore just does not know how to throw the ball very well because it wasn't yellow, it wasn't even red, but whatever. Guy's still on first, and Sizemore is able to get that. So in the 3rd inning, we have 2 outs now. We're looking for the last out. We need to get out of this 3rd inning. We've gotten some base runners, but if we can hold them, oh, and this is not going to help us. This is going to be hit to Reddick. And now 2 men on, 2 outs in the 3rd. We need an out. Come on, Brandon, make the pitch. This is, oh my gosh, not good. And Ichiro, with his speed, is going to score easily. I throw it home to try to keep the guy at 3rd from going home. You know, I mean, you never know. You never know. So we give up the first run of the year, of the game, which is so unfortunate. And this is it. I mean, now that we gave up 1, we need to stop it at 1. King Felix is such a beast on the mound. We cannot afford to give up another one. 3rd inning, 2 outs. Struck him out. Grabs some pine meat. Good pitch by McCarthy. Gets us out of the inning. We do give up 1. All right. Here we go. 4th inning. We get shut down again. But you know what? Brendan McCarthy shuts him down. You know? Grab some pine meat. And this one is just going to be a lazy fly ball to Smith. Smith is going to get there. So in the 5th, we got 1 out. 2 outs in the 5th, and Brandon McCarthy is going to get this one to get hit to Weeks. Weeks to Allen. Puts up another 0. That's very, very important. All right, so 5th inning, no outs. At the bottom of the 5th, Chris Carter is up, and he is going to hit one in the gap. This is a gapper. If he can do this all year, we're going to have a lot of fun playing with Chris Carter. Chris Carter is going to slide at first in the 2nd. He's safe. No outs. Leadoff double. This is looking good right now. This one is hit high and deep to Ichiro. Now, I'm actually going to do tag up, but Chris Carter is as slow as freaking dirt. And he is not able to get there. This is what I'm talking about. Ichiro has an arm, but I think that still, you know, that was deep enough that he should have been able to score. But Chris Carter is slow as dirt, so now I know. You know, when Chris Carter's on base, he just moves base to base. I thought he could get there. He couldn't. Rally ended. 6th inning, 1 out. Brandon McCarthy still pitching with a purpose. Keeping us in it. Great 2-seamer. That was good. I mean, if he could, obviously he's slated to be our ace. If he can be our ace, that will be very, very good. He gives him a base hit in the 7th, though, which is the first hit that he's given up in the last couple innings. So now I'm like, maybe he's tiring here, but you know what? Pennington. There's 1. Does not get there in time. Now, maybe I should have given it to Weeks, but I'm figuring, you know, it's probably going to be okay. It turns out not to be okay. Brandon McCarthy gives up another hit right up the middle. So now we're in trouble. 7th inning, 2 outs. Let's get someone up in the bullpen. I'm thinking about who I want to put in. I'm actually thinking, Noberto, maybe. Yeah, let's warm him up, you know, just as a precaution. And it's going to be a fly ball. Crisp get there. He has the speed, so we get out of it. We do give up some hits, but we keep the score 1-0. And this is important, you guys. This is very, very important because, like I said, it's almost impossible to keep them at 1 base. we need something. So 7th inning. Ooh, this one's hit deep. And this is going to go off the wall, but the guy doesn't run. He stays at first. Oh my gosh, he stayed at first, and then when he does run, he gets tagged out at 3rd. Now you guys can go back and look at this. What actually ended up happening is Suzuki hit it deep, and then nothing happened. Allen gets struck out in the following at-bat. So this whole inning is now going to crap. I am like, what is going on? Chris Carter, he had a gapper before. He hits one right to the shortstop. And he is going to get that out so they get out of this. It should have been a run. It should have been. But because it was a fly ball, the computer registered that it may have been caught, so he stayed at first. He did not run, and it just totally messed everything up. It messed everything up. 8th inning, no outs. We bring in Noberto. Now, Brandon McCarthy, again, he pitched pretty well. Obviously, he had some trouble in that one inning, in the 3rd inning, where he gave up the 1 run. But, I mean, what can you do? I mean, 1 run should be enough to keep us in it. Obviously, if we get into 1, it's a tie game. So he played really, really well. He definitely did his thing. Now Noberto's in trouble. He gives up a hit. He tries to steal, and Noberto puts his glove up and catches the ball. Like, hello, we are not playing. We are not playing catch, Noberto. That was to the second baseman. What are you doing? And then a deep fly ball. And this is not even going to be attempted to be caught. This is way over his head. They teased me. They definitely teased me with that wall climb thing. So now it's 3-0, and Noberto has come in and totally messed things up. So you know what, Noberto, basically, you're going to be on the bench for a while now. For a good while. He does get a fly ball to Crisp, though. And so 8th inning, 1 out, and this is going to be hit again to Crisp. One thing that I don't like are these hard hit balls. Obviously, they are right to the fielders, but still, a little bit this way, a little bit that way. It's a gapper. 8th inning, 2 outs, and Smith is going to run, get there in time. So Noberto gives up the stolen base because he decides to play catch with Suzuki. He gives up a homer, and now it is 3-0, which sucks. Now going into the top of the 9th, because they shut me down at the bottom of the 8th, he's still on the mound. We decided to make a pitching change, mostly because Noberto was trash. So we need to get him out of there. Obviously, he did settle down after the homer, but the homer really put us in a hole, a huge hole. So we make the change, we send him to the bench, and we bring in De Los Santos. Now, De Los Santos is a guy who I think could become the closer at some point this season if he plays well. His career ERA isn't very good, but he's just a guy that I think has the potential to do that. So I bring him in a situation where we do need to put up a 0 to keep it a 3-inning, a 3-run deficit. 9th, no outs, and he strikes out the first guy he sees. I know. I'm like, okay, maybe I should have brought you in instead of Noberto trying to play catch. What was it? 9th inning, 1 out. And oh my gosh, that is hit deep, and that is hit gone. So even De Los Santos coming in cannot make any type of silence to this offense right now. It seems like they took steroids in the 7th and now are booming the ball out of the ballpark. It's unfortunate. At this point, obviously I could have made a pitching change, but I'm thinking, you know what? This could be over. Let's just get him the experience, get him the pitches. Maybe, you know, just learn how to pitch with him better. I don't know. He responds and strikes out the next guy, so that's 2 outs in the 9th. And we're still trying to get out of the 9th, and this is going to be a hit to Josh Reddick. So now I'm like, oh my gosh. Okay. I mean, 4, yes, it's hard to come back, but anything's possible. 5 is pretty much not going to happen. But you know what? He does get a ground ball and he does get the out. So we do get out of the inning. He does give up the homers. So maybe I should have kept Noberto in there. I don't know, man. I mean, our bullpen right now, not working. Not working. So Sizemore is going to lead off the bottom of the 9th. I actually pinch hit. I bring in Derek Barton, and Derek Barton is going to hit a weak fly ball to Ichiro, and that's going to be out number 1. So doesn't look good right now. King Felix is still on the mound, and he's going absolutely ass. Jemiah Weeks hits a weak ground ball to shortstop, and he's going to fire over the first. Now we got 1 out left, and Coco Crisp is our last chance, and Coco is going to hit 1. There's a base hit. Maybe. It could happen. Anyone get that reference? It could happen. I know. 9th inning, 2 outs. You never know what could happen. Kurt Suzuki ground ball, second baseman, and this is going to end the game, you guys. So unfortunately, again, King Felix comes into Oakland and shuts me down. If you guys go back and look at the first franchise MLB 2K12, that first game, King Felix shut me down again that time too. So I think what we need to do is we need to set up some type of petition and say, King Felix, you could not set foot in Oakland, or just have people like barricade the walls. I don't know, because he's coming in here and he's making me look foolish. Luckily, we face him again in like a couple days, so but maybe we've learned something. Obviously, Brandon McCarthy pitched really well. Hanging with an ace like Felix Hernandez is a big accomplishment. He only gave up 1 run. It wasn't even a homer, you know, and he had some jams in there where he got people on base, but he was able to make the pitches, make the plays to get out of it. So that's something that I can take forward. Next game, you guys, obviously, we're not going up against Felix Hernandez. So that one I will bring to you. I actually recorded that one, so that one's going to be coming out in a couple days. Look out for that. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think, and this is gonna be a fun ride. 5-0, and I'm out. Joint jumping so your hair ain't tight.